Hey Kevin, how you doing? Thank you so much for your submission here and this wonderful written rationale. I kind of want to address this a little bit since it looks like I'll be babbling on a little bit. You know what? Don't consider this babbling. You're giving your thought process and your rationale for the decisions that you've made. That's not babbling. That's sharing your conceptual development. And that's very, very, very important for a designer. So don't ever think that by talking about your work and rationalizing the decisions you've made and describing your conceptual development, don't ever consider that babbling. It's very, very necessary and a pertinent part of any design process. So I appreciate it. I think it really, really points in the direction of displaying how much a student understands the learning objectives. So please don't ever hesitate to write as much as you want about your thought process. Okay, so let's jump to the magazine. I'm sorry, the banner ad. All right, so it's a good ad, good, nice balance. I think it's received very well. I think there's a couple of things we can do to really, really pick this up, though. Now, the first thing I notice is that the image for assignment 2-1, that is the masked image, that has got to be included in your banner somewhere. And that's a requirement, so that has to be included. I think that the image is really gorgeous, and I think that this, animating this purple bar that comes in, it's kind of a neat technique, but you're just covering up what's a gorgeous image. You've heard that let the image do the talking. You've heard an image is worth 1,000 words. It's all very true. So let's let this image do some of the heavy lifting here. Don't cover it up with that purple bar. I highly recommend we don't do that. I would also keep the headline and the subhead static and only animate the call to action. If you take a look at the milestone rubric, it indicates that, excuse me, that the call to action is what should be animated. So I think what I would recommend is this. Let's take the headline and the subhead. Let's take that subhead and tuck it over to the left, okay? Align left with the W, all right? Want that couples rotate, but got a little tag along right there. Reduce that type size a little bit just to maintain the typographic consistency, indicating that this comes first, then this. Okay. Then what I would do is I would come over here and don't have this slide in like this. Just animate in that call to action. I wouldn't even say then, little tagline. I would just say save on our family getaway up to 50% off or whatever that is. So save on our family getaway deal up to 40% off. That's it. So you don't have to include that first sentence, then, comma, get it with you. You can remove that. Just animate in that tagline, and that you can bring that over a little bit. So you have this is left aligned, and then that animation comes in right about there. Fade it in, let it stay for a second and a half, then fade it out. Okay, and I think that's really going to improve the way that the magazine is received. It will improve the page mechanics considerably. All right, so those are my recommendations for moving forward. I'd like to see those changes reflected in your final submission for the banner, and that might require making some subsequent changes to your magazine ad just to maintain consistency. Okay, all right, fantastic work. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.